Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Let's have a look at the energy for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the rest of November 2024. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For the collective energy of Capricorn for the remainder of November. Okay, we've got the Hermit card, Capricorn. It's showing up in reverse for you with Justice on the bottom of the deck. So it really feels like this is a time of reflecting on where there needs to be more accountability, where there may need to be more alignment and balance. And you might be finding that this isn't a terribly social time for you, Capricorn. You may be feeling like you really need to be focused on yourself right now, and where there needs to be accountability, balance, alignment, truth. It feels like Capricorn's really coming into some realizations here. Seeing the Hermit in reverse always makes me wonder if you've sort of taken that solitude of self-reflection and perhaps taken it to a place where it may be feeling challenging to be around other people right now. It may be challenging to feel social. It may be challenging to be sort of in that energy of engaging with the outer world. Right now may be a very inner world sort of focus. Yeah, Page of Swords also in reverse, Capricorn. So you're likely not really sharing a lot of the realizations you have. You're likely keeping things kind of close to the chest here. And, you know, seeing the Empress in reverse makes me wonder if for some of you there may be some there may be some family dynamics coming in here. There may also be some questions around the authentic self. There may be some questions around how do I express that authentic self in a way that feels genuine and true to myself, as opposed to previous ways of expressing the self that may have sort of been at the cost of what was really going on for you, you know? So it feels like you're sort of keeping quiet right now and really reflecting on where you need to be more in alignment with yourself, as opposed to the focus being on relationships in the outer world. So, you know, you may have some people in your life saying, when are we going to see you again? Or, you know, I haven't heard from you in so long. Or you might even just be actively saying, I need space at this time, Capricorn. Feels like it's a very reflective time. Makes sense. As Pluto is leaving your sign, you are definitely coming into really looking at yourself and having some major realizations here around healing, around this authentic energy. Again, that message coming through really strongly for you about how do I express the authentic self in a way that feels true. And I wonder what kind of realizations you're having, some that you may be really struggling to integrate. Sometimes we can really defend without knowing we're defending patterns that don't serve us, but we defend them because that's what we know, and that's what we've been sitting in for a period. As Pluto is leaving your sign, Capricorn, very nice to see an Aquarian energy here, where it feels like as Pluto is moving over to Aquarius, you're getting a bit of clarity and some energy around awakening, realizing this past cycle. What has it taught you? What has the past 16 years been trying to teach you, Capricorn? When you look back to 2008, 2009, what version of yourself are you dealing with? And remember to be kind to all those versions, my friends. You know, imagine walking into a party and seeing all the different versions of yourself, you know, embracing each other and saying, thank you for getting me as far as I've gotten. And we look forward to the energy and movement to come. So yeah, there's your Tower with the Three of Cups. Man, oh man, relationships are taking a focus here. I think you're starting to see who in your life is you know, reflective of your authentic self, and which relationships may be reflective of previous versions of yourself that you're starting to outgrow. And you know, there's no judgment around that. You're sort of getting this green light to trust where you feel connection right now. And if there are areas in your life where you're not feeling particularly connected, that tower is telling you it's okay to let those things go. You don't have to pour your focus everywhere, Capricorn. It really feels like we're seeing sort of this message in the first row that's encouraging you to really reflect on what feels right for you when it comes to relationships, when it comes to even your way of thinking about things. You know, if it's not feeling in alignment right now, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to step back. It's okay to take a break. Look at all of this. Yes, there's your higher self. High Priestess with the Chariot coming out, with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom. So, you know, for some of you, there may even be some shifts around, how am I moving forward in my presence in the material world? Some of you may be really feeling like there's opportunities shifting around your work, your finances. You might be feeling like it's time to really step into a new lane here. And it may be very much an intuitively guided process that's sort of coming through all of this reflective energy around the authentic self. So it feels like, yeah, there's an Ace of Pentacles. It's sitting in reverse right now. We may not have fully realized where this Chariot is taking us just yet, but I wonder if there's a part of you that really needs to change a pattern in the day to day. There may be a big shift coming up for you, Capricorn. And, you know, with all of the energy shifting around Capricorn in particular, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you're going to find that the expression of the authentic self in the outer world might look a little different moving forward for you. Some of you might be getting a tap on the shoulder here from your higher self to say it's time to step into roles that we may have felt too vulnerable to outwardly express that part of ourself. We may have been sort of pulled back because of some things that we needed to clear, we needed to reflect on. And as a result, there may really be a shift in how you're putting yourself out there, Capricorn, in the material world. 10 of Wands, yeah, any cycles that have felt like, you know, draining, depleting, and sort of like a burden here. You know, our friend in the field here, their back is sore, their feet are sore, they're questioning why they're out here by themselves and realizing that this path is not sustainable anymore. So, you know, I feel like relationships and the outward expression of yourself in the material world are two areas where Capricorn is really getting some big energy of realization, awakening, and some pattern disruption. You know, seeing this Ace of Cups in reverse is kind of trying to remind you to be very kind to yourself right now, Capricorn, and to really make sure that you are focused on being there for yourself and being compassionate to yourself, being loving to yourself, and taking time to really have some self-care, some self-focus, as opposed to your focus on outer relationships. Yeah, and 7 of Wands coming out, defending yourself, standing up for yourself, boundaries, and it's like you've got a new sense of what that needs to look like, but it does feel like it could be really overwhelming and creating an energy that says, I feel a little stuck in certain spots. There may be some hot spots in your life when it comes to relationships and areas in the material world, like your work, your community, your peer group, your social group. You may be finding that it's really going to push you out of your comfort zone to sort of stand up for yourself in this new way. Yeah, but look what's back here. Justice. It's all in alignment for you, Capricorn, to feel free to set these these new sort of boundaries, these limits, these alignments, that it's time to really be accountable. And that feels like it opens a door for you, Capricorn. It's very, very nice to see this, because as Pluto is leaving your sign, it's been a cycle. It's really worth looking back and seeing what you've been up to since around 2008, 2009, and where that journey has sort of led you and where you're coming into next. Let's see what oracle message for Capricorn. Yeah, it's regeneration. I mean, you truly are regenerating right now, Capricorn. So if you need to be sort of withdrawn a little bit, hopefully people in your life will understand. And if they don't understand, then that almost gives you a signal a little bit to be sort of, addressing where you really need to be there for yourself. Like, this process of regeneration can involve a lot of cleanup. Here it is on the bottom of the deck, cleaning it up. So if there are things in your life that you're finding, especially in relationships and your outer expression. So outer expression is what you're doing in the material world, how you're engaging with the material world and the folks out there. So it's a very much micro macro situation for you right now, Capricorn. And it feels like the energy in the reading is suggesting there may be some messages coming in that may make you feel like, well, then I'm sitting here all by myself. I wonder if there's a big sort of cleanup happening for Capricorn. It really feels like it. And it might in some ways be making you feel a little isolated, but don't let that isolation make you go running back into the arms of relationships and experiences that don't serve you, because message in a bottle tells me you're going to be getting a lot of sort of realizations and confirmations from within that you're on the right path. And so, don't dismiss how you're feeling within. Don't write it off and sort of resume things as they were. It really feels like this is a big shift, and you're stepping out of a box that maybe you've been in for a number of years. Yeah, there's the new life card. I mean, all the energy in the reading is really confirming this new start for Capricorn, where you're realizing where you want to go and where you don't want to go. I mean, seeing not for you on the bottom really is solidifying the message that there are some things that have to go. And it'll be different for everyone listening, but if you've been feeling like there's a big pattern shift you're doing within, or a bit of a cleanup in the outer expression of your life, whatever it is, it feels like the authentic you is sort of stretching and ready to wake up from the last 16 years and sort of start this new cycle as Pluto is leaving Capricorn and heading into Aquarius. I think it's going to become very obvious and clear to you what belongs and what doesn't. Okay, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you again soon for another reading. Take care, my friends.